Okay, so lots of people have been fighting for the raise in the minimum wage. They want $15 an hour. Okay, so I have to weigh in on this $15 an hour rate hike. Really, truly, I can understand the minimum wage does need to be higher. When I first started working a long time ago, back in the 70s, minimum wage was 4.25, and that 4.25 paid the rent, the utilities. It also paid most of the food. Now, it wasn't quite enough, so I went and got a second job. Okay, and I was doing stuff at nighttime, like mud wrestling and dancing. And, well, a lot of people actually were moonlighting. They had a day job and then they'd take on another job if the 425 wasn't quite sufficient. And back then, yeah, 425 paid most of the bills. So, but there's a difference now in 2016. A lot more people have a lot more bills. For example, they now pay for TV. TV used to be free, but everybody decided they wanted to pay for TV. They now pay for the internet. Internet never existed, so that was not a bill. Cell phones, yeah, they're paying quite hefty for the cell phones. And again, those did not exist, so that was not a bill. But the average person right now is paying over $20,000 in order to watch TV, play on the internet, and play with their cell phone. Now, if they got rid of those things, maybe they wouldn't need to raise the minimum wage to $15. I mean, seriously, $15 is a lot of money. And at my job, I make like 12 bucks an hour, okay? And I've been licensed for over 40 years as a hairdresser. Now, technically it's 20, but I give $8 of that to the salon owner, so I keep 12. And then actually I give $3 of that to IRS, so that takes it down to 9. Now, I have to pay for my supplies. I have to pay for my tools. I have to pay for my license that allows me to work. The people at McDonald's and a bunch of other places that'll be getting 15 an hour, they don't have to pay for a license to work. They don't have to pay for supplies. They don't have to pay for the bank for that cash register that's opening up. As a matter of fact, they don't even have to know math because they just swipe or push a button. They don't even have to count out how much money to hand back to the customer. Now, again, $15 is a lot of money. And I don't think that that should be the beginning wage for somebody who just got out of high school and took on a job that is minimum wage. And, clearly, I mean, my incentive at this point is if it goes up to $15, which it does look like it's going to, I'm going to quit my job at 12 bucks an hour and go work for 15 an hour and not have to pay for a hair license anymore, not have to pay for my supplies anymore, not have to pay for my tools anymore. I mean, 15 bucks an hour is a lot of money, really, truly. I would come out smelling like a rose, earning $15 an hour versus having to pay all that money to the government for the hair license, pay all that money to the government for the business license, pay all that money to the beauty supply house for all those beauty supplies. I mean, really, truly, like I said, I can understand everybody wanting to earn more money, but minimum wage really means that's what you're going to earn at first. And also, it used to be if you spoke more than one language, you got 50 cents more an hour, because at 4.25 an hour, that was if you spoke English only. But if you also spoke Spanish, you got 4.75. So you were like, yay, oh, I'm going to be bilingual just so I can get an additional 50 cents. Then 6 months later, you went up to a higher pay just because you worked at the job for 6 months. Now, a lot of people, they're getting their job and they're staying at the same level, but they're also paying a lot of bills that they were not having to pay back when minimum wage was only $4.25. So perhaps reduce some of those bills that you don't have to have. And $15 an hour, yeah, that should cover whatever you need. And yes, it's hard for people now, it really is. But at this point in time, with it going to 15 bucks an hour, people like myself who make less than 15 an hour with a license to work, had to go to school and take a bunch of tests and exams and everything else. Our incentive is to quit our current job and go work for McDonald's or Walmart or whoever is paying 15 bucks an hour to just push some buttons on a cash register. It's like the people flipping the burgers. They don't have to pay for the spatulas, right? The people pushing the buttons on the cash register, they don't have to pay for the cash registers. I think my point is, at this point in time, there are a lot more people out there who earn less than $15 an hour, who are in jobs that require them to spend a lot of money just to go to work. And then you have to, let's think about the people in the Marine Corps, okay? They make less than 15 an hour, and they're risking their life holding a gun. And then you got so many other people that have jobs that are very hazardous, and they're not making $15 an hour. So, again, I think the whole concept of the $15 an hour minimum wage needs to be assessed on the level of, well, what's worth $15 an hour? And if you're getting $15 an hour just to push a button on a computer, well, congratulations. If you're getting $15 an hour to flip a burger, again, congratulations. But keep in mind that, there's a lot of us who make a lot less than $15 an hour, and we have licenses to do stuff. And we're going to quit our job and come take yours, probably, because your job's a lot easier at 15 bucks an hour than what our job is at 12 bucks an hour. Just putting that out there. Yeah, I just renewed this license, so if I go get a job at Walmart, I won't have to keep sending the state money to renew my licenses to work. Okay, yeah, so California approved at $15 an hour minimum wage. Wow, yeah, as soon as it hits that $15 an hour, I'm pretty convinced I'm going to quit my job and run, not walk, to the local Walmart and apply as a greeter. Because, $15, hell yeah, I know how to wave. I'll be waving with a big smile and laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, I will no longer have to pay the state of California all that money I have to give them every year for my licenses just to go to work. I will no longer have to pay for supplies. Yeah, really, truly, 15 bucks an hour, I can wave and smile for 15 bucks an hour for sure. Hey, I was just thinking, even before this wage hike, minimum wage goes into effect, which is in 2022, that I'm already seeing signs of the companies trying to get rid of their employees. For example, when I go to the post office, the first thing the people at the post office say to me is, hey, do you want to use that machine over there? And then you can just throw in your debit card and mail right. And I'm like, no, I didn't come here to work. I want you to do it. I want you to stay employed. I want to keep you at your job. I go to the bank. I'm in the bank to withdraw money. And the first thing one of the tellers say as soon as you walk in is, you can go use that machine outside. I'm like, I would have came inside if I wanted to use the machine outside. You go to the supermarket, Walmart, and they have those self-serve things where you scan it yourself. So minimum wage hike or not, there's definitely some signs that they're pushing for people to start using the machines instead of using people. using employees. So, yeah, minimum wage hike, I don't think is necessarily in everybody's best interest. And when you're just getting out of high school, you really don't need to be making more than people that have gone to school and paid a lot of money to go to school to learn their trade. I mean, at this point, seriously, everybody that has a trade, as soon as that $15 becomes a reality, they're all going to quit their jobs and come take the jobs that are going to be offering 15 bucks an hour, whether that be at Walmart, at McDonald's, at a restaurant, at a hotel, whatever. 15 bucks an hour in 2022. It may not be a whole bunch then, but still it's going to be more than what they're having to, I guess, contend with. I mean, seriously, I pay so much money every year to the state of California just to work, and business licenses and, supplies and tools, and I won't have to pay any of that money anymore if I go become a greeter at Walmart. I'm serious. Welcome to Walmart. I can definitely pull that one off for 15 bucks an hour. And I'll even call in sick on Christmas and Black Friday, because there ain't no way I'm going to work on Black Friday at Walmart. You know, what happens? They might fire me, but 15 bucks an hour until then. Yeah. Welcome to Walmart. Welcome to Walmart. Yeah, come on. You want to go shopping, right? Yeah, I can definitely be a greeter at Walmart. It is in my future for sure at $15 an hour.